Hi Taurus, welcome to your general reading for the month of November. Just for clarification purposes, all the zodiac spreads are rather generalized, so not everything in the reading may pertain to you. However, I encourage you guys to check out your moon sign and then check out the readings that correlate with your moon sign to see if maybe that reading might pertain more to you. Also, I'm available to answer questions at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. Tomorrow I'm also going to start rolling out some readings that pertain more to love. And this is going to be a spread specifically if you're wanting to know if a loved one is going to come back into your life. And so I'll start rolling that out tomorrow. I'm debating on whether or not I should do all of the zodiac signs or if I should focus on the 4 elements. So we'll find out tomorrow. Okay, the first card in this spread is the moon, and this is major arcana. You have 4 major arcana cards within your spread, so just as a side note, we want to always pay attention to the messages that are within in the major arcana, okay? So this is the moon, and this represents you. This represents you in your current state. And what this is letting me know is that you've probably been dealing with some sort of deception. And by the looks of the cards, I'm going to say that this is an emotional deception that you've been dealing with. The next card in this spread is what covers you, and this is the Page of Cups. Now, because it's cups, it's an emotional element, and that's why I think that this is in regards to some sort of emotional deception that you've been dealing with. However, this presents some new opportunity, and this is what crosses you. And when I say it crosses you, the best way I can describe that in a reading so you guys understand would be like if you were at a family picnic with your family, that this would determine the weather, okay? So even though you've dealt with some deception, I want to say that you have a really good attitude, you're optimistic for new opportunities, and you're just wanting to move forward, okay? The next card in the reading has to do with basically why you wanted to tune into this reading in general, the type of answers that you're looking for, and this is the 3 of Wands. And what this card lets me know is that you're a type of individual who spends a lot of time thinking and planning what they want. It could also mean that when things don't go according to your plan, that it really kind of throws you off. You're like, wait a minute, I've been planning for this, I've spent time thinking about why aren't things going the way that I want, okay? And usually this card has to do with what has happened in the recent past, and we're going to touch on that in a minute. Alright, so the next card is the King of Pinnacles, and this has to do with your recent past. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's my parrot. Okay, so this has to do with the recent past, and this is tied to the deception that you were dealing with when I first pulled your card. This could be an individual who he's associated with a lot of power. This individual, I'm sorry, I was distracted by my parrot. I generally don't like to do my readings when he's awake. Okay, so this is a powerful individual who I think has crossed you, and this is this could either work for a personal life, since this is a general reading, or an associate who you have been dealing with in business, okay? The next card is the Fool. Again, this is Major Arcana. And this has to do with like your aspirations, what you want. And this is a card of happiness. This is someone who life is at their fingertips. There's lots of opportunity. This could represent new journey. This person is incredibly happy. We have 2 happiness cards, the Fool and the World. So you really want to move forward in a space where it's stress-free, and this could work either in regards to business or emotions. Again, this is a general reading, so I want to make sure to incorporate both, okay? The next card in the reading represents the near future, and this is the Hierophant. And when I think of the Hierophant, it reminds me of a stone called moldavite. And when I work with moldavite, I actually have a small piece of moldavite on my table that I like to use to help me communicate when I do my readings. It's like, ready or not, here I come. And that's what I think of when the Hierophant. This is an honesty card. I want to remind you to work through and acknowledge issues that have arisen in your life. Acknowledge them and move forward. The Hierophant can be someone's best friend or their worst enemy. But also the Hierophant has another side to her. And it also reminds me, she's very loving and compassionate. And when I think of her as also being closely associated with Kuan Yin, who's the goddess of mercy and compassion. But again, she has this severe honesty side where it's like, these are your issues, you need to work through them, and you need to acknowledge them now, okay? So this lets me know that you're going to be working through some issues, and I see this in a positive light, like you're going to work through them and be able to move forward. The outcome is represented in the World. Again, this is Major Arcana, and basically the world is at your feet. This is another abundance, a happy abundance card. It's very similar to the Ten of Cups, where I see a lot of emotional well-being, and as well that also works for business. So what I'm seeing here is that, you're starting this month out with feeling, like something has deceived me. They pulled the wool over my eyes, but you have this optimistic attitude where I see that you're going to be working through. I think the deception comes from either a romantic relationship, from someone who, an earth sign, and or this could also apply to possibly in regards to business. Okay? I want you guys to work with aventurine. This will help with prosperity and will also help with emotional healing. I'd like you guys to work with carnelian. This will help keep you centered and grounded. This also correlates with your root chakra. I'd like for you guys to work with rose quartz and work with the love energies, because quite frankly, we can never have enough love. And dealing with all this, I don't see that as being a problem, okay? All right, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.